Welcome back, everyone. What an inspiring story.
Really
Toys
is.
for Todd.
Fantastic
Really great.
ending.
So many opportunities for people in Peel Region to get involved. We're actually here with two other ladies. Adrienne and Nicole is going to tell us how to get involved with the United Way, but also some other great opportunities that are just on their way. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Great, thank you.
Welcome. So, well, go ahead.
No, and you guys are from the Volunteer NBC as well, right?
Correct. I'm from Volunteer NBC.
And tell us a bit about that program, because everyone knows that the fantastic work in the community United Way does. And not to diminish that anyway, but we want to know more about Volunteer NBC.
Great. Well, Volunteer NBC, we're a new volunteer center that we've just been opened up for about a year now. And what we strive to do is work with people who want to volunteer and agencies who need volunteers to make a match and find really meaningful opportunities for people to get involved and make a positive impact in their community.
Great.
So it's almost like a volunteer headhunter.
A little bit, sure.
Yeah, it's
sure.
like, these are my skills, this is what I enjoy, and just connecting with the right people.
Absolutely.
What a great job.
So this is a brand new organization. United Way has been around for years, decades really. Tell us how you guys partnered together.
Sure. So our organization is working with VNBC. We're one of their funders. And Adrienne here was coming up with some great programming ideas and invited me to come out in November to talk about engaging young adults in volunteer programs. And that's really because United Way has a Young Leaders Council, and we've done a fantastic job of getting people in their 20s and early 30s involved in our organization.
Now, what about students looking for volunteer hours? Is this an opportunity for them as well?
We certainly work with a lot of schools and high school students, university students, individuals of all ages who are looking to volunteer. You know, certainly with Nicole doing her workshop, you know, there's a lot of people in that sort of 20s to 30 range looking to build their skill sets, looking for you know, opportunities for leadership, task-driven opportunities where they can get into an opportunity, an agency, and really make a difference over sort of tend to be a shorter-term project. So
there's tons of youth opportunities out there right now that youth can get involved in. There's lots of youth volunteers. And so once you know, they hit that 20-year-old range, there's sort of a drop-off. There's not really a place and a space for them to volunteer together and to be really making an impact the same way they did when they were youth. This is why we want to talk to agencies and invite people to attend the workshop so they can learn on the reasons and why and the benefits of engaging sort of that next generation of volunteers into their organizations and programs.
And there's so many ways that folks can get involved with the community and volunteer. Tell us about some of the opportunities available to not only teenagers, but everyone, really.
You know, there are different volunteer opportunities depending on each individual. So people really need to look within to find out what is important to them, what they have passion in, what they're affected by. A lot of people volunteer for an agency because they believe in the cause, so that might be someone's motivation. Someone may have great skills. You know, we've talked to people who have just wonderful skill sets in specific areas, and so they want to bring those to an agency. You know, we talk to a lot of agencies also about being really open-minded. So if somebody comes to you and says, you know, I'm new here and I really want to, these are the skills I have, what have you got? Can we work together to find another opportunity?
What do you think you get from volunteering?
What do you think?
What's
the benefit?
What's the benefit?
I think it really depends on the individual, but what I hear from my young volunteers is they really get a sense of making a difference. They feel connected to the community, they feel connected to our organization, they feel that they're building their social networks and their professional networks, which is really helpful. It's that stage in life where you're trying to broaden your horizons and meet new people at a regular pace. So they're getting those types of benefits back and forth. So
Now you have a workshop on its way, just coming up. Tell us about that and how we can get involved with it.
Well, the workshop is coming up on November 17th that Nicole is facilitating, and it's one of a series of workshops that we have on an ongoing basis. Volunteer management is a profession, and just like any profession, you need that ongoing professional development. So we try and provide workshops to educate people in the field. So that one is the engaging the next generation.
So the workshop that I'm going to be presenting on, we're going to be talking about the generational differences between the different groups of volunteers. So there's a difference between a Gen X volunteer, a baby boomer volunteer, and a new generation of volunteer that we're targeting right now. And so we're going to look at those differences. We're going to look at examples of how you can get young people involved in your organization and attract that type of audience to participate.
Great. So there's opportunities, whether young or old. There's fabulous ways to get involved in our community. Thank you, ladies, for coming in today.
And we have so many great volunteers right here at Rogers.
We do. Let's not forget.
Thank you to all of them as well.
Yeah, thank you to all the volunteers here at Rogers. This show wouldn't be possible without you. So volunteer, make something else possible in our community. We'll be right back.
Great, thanks.